I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
No,
I
it was
wasn't
my
looking
fault
where I was
entirely.
going.
Mrs. Cray.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Cray, is it you? Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Azrael. I was briefly acquainted with your late husband.
Oh, you knew Arthur?
Yes. I was sorry to hear of his passing. He was a brave and honourable man.
Thank you. How did you know him? At university?
No, we were briefly acquainted in Jaipur.
In Jaipur?
Mrs. Cray, may I call on you? I don't wish to take up any more of your time.
Of course. Would you like me to write the address?
No. I am familiar with where you live.
Really?
It's been a pleasure, Mrs. Cray. Good day.
Good day.
You live in the house. You should know where she is.
Hello? Where have you been? I've been worried sick about you.
What time do you call this? Oh, yes. It's broken.
I told you I was running errands today. Why are you two making such a fuss?
What are these?
See for yourself, although you won't like any of them.
You're right. I don't like any of them. What's this? Mr. Malachi Azrael. Where did you get this?
Oh, I met a rather peculiar gentleman. He knew Arthur, apparently.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
What? Do you know him?
Well, I've got a lot of work to do.
Coward.
You'll want to talk.
Do you know him?
Yes.
How? How?
You remember when you lived with your aunt in India? And you were very ill?
How could you know about that?
Well, I was there, silly.
Were you? How?
Another story for another day. Anyway, as I was saying, when you were ill, the doctor thought you might not make it through the night.
But what does Mr. Azrael have anything to do with it?
Well, death did come for you that night. Well, one of the messengers of death, anyway.
What are you saying?
He came to collect you. And I challenged him to a game of cards. If he lost, he had to leave without you.
You challenged death to cards?
Yes. And I won.
And?
Well, I'm very good at playing cards. And the reason I'm so very good is that I know how to win.
You cheated.
Well, it sounds so ugly when you put it that way.
You cheated death at cards?
Not death. I would never cheat her. I cheated the messenger.
And now he's come for you.
No. He's come for you.
Correct. Mr. Hatter, I'm so glad to have finally caught up with you.
I did not invite you, sir. Please leave.
Very few people invite me, Mrs. Cray, but I'm afraid I must do my duty all the same. I've come to collect an outstanding debt. She doesn't like the books to be unbalanced. So, Mrs. Cray, if you would please come with me.
How about another game of cards? Billiards? Hide and seek.
Enough games, Mr. Hatter. Mrs. Cray, if you please.
No, I can't. George, he's very young.
He will adjust, as you did. It's better if you come now, Mrs. Cray. I'm getting impatient. Come now!
Do you have to shout?
Your Grace.
Well, I see we have a debt that needs to be collected. Ah, yes, here it is. Mrs. Alice Cray, 1887. The entry is missing because the debt was not properly collected. Well, I will not have my books unbalanced, throws everything off. So, Mrs. Cray, if you please.
Please, Your Grace, I believe all this is my fault.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
His name is Hatter. Hatter as in mad.
Hatter, is that you? Well, you've tidied up a bit, I see.
Your Grace.
You know Death?
Only from a distance.
That explains why things are in such a fray. Mrs. Cray, please, I have others that...
Your Grace, if I may. You see, it was my fault. It was a very reputable game. Above board all the way.
It certainly was not. You cheated.
Cheated? Cheated at what?
Cards.
Cards? You were playing cards when you should have been collecting. Well, no wonder you bungled it.
Well,
Technically, we cannot collect if a messenger has disobeyed ordinance when he was supposed to be collecting. Was this a rule you were unfamiliar with, or one you simply chose to ignore? I wonder how many other collections have been mishandled.
he challenged me.
Silence! Excuses? Are you so weak-willed that you would be challenged by a mad hatter? No offence, Mr. Hatter.
None taken.
Mrs. Cray, you are cleared. It looks like we won't be seeing
Oh,
you.
no. Please, I don't wish to know.
Quite right. I agree. Well then, I bid you all a good day. You come with me. I shall decide how this infraction is to be dealt with.
I look forward to meeting you again, Mrs. Cray.
May I?
Oh.
What is that?
Tea.
I was hoping for something a bit stronger.
Coffee?
Not quite. Cheers. You challenged Death.
Only the messenger.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, you did the same for me.
Did I? I can't remember doing anything like that.
Well, memory works both ways. Forwards as well as backwards.
I'm sorry, but I don't follow.
Must I explain everything? When I was in prison for murdering time, which I didn't, by the way, but I was just slightly off key, but everyone was so serious. Anyway, I was so very lonely. It was wretched. And you brought me tea and scones.
But I can't remember doing that. I merely thought it would have been nice if I had.
And that's when it happened.
I don't understand.
The intention was enough to create the memory.
But I was never actually...
Alice! It was enough. I wasn't so lonely the day that you came. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Malachi Asriel. Well, cards is definitely not his game. How castling.
Indeed.